And I, Lord Bedlam, am the proud owner of a groinal defense cup. Yes, that's right, foul oppressor. Your devious stratagems can
Right, because we hit him in the
affect me.
crotch before we left.
Please be advised, the following presentation is not intended for minors.
With mechanical precision, Victoria raises her weapon and scans the hallway, checking first her left, then her right.
Here.
Ooh, that was crisp. You know, if this superhero gig ever falls through, you could always star in some video games. Quick, tell me to stay frosty.
All right, we're breaking up.
Oh no!
Wow, that was a whole 3 hours faster than usual. But on the plus side, I guess that means we were official?
The only thing official here is that you're officially getting left behind.
No, wait, come back. At that, Victoria hops into the air and starts flying forward. Slow enough to maintain control through the labyrinthian hallways, but fast enough to quickly leave me in the dust.
Hey, wait up! I'm Oscar Mike, I swear. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, come on!
I get those references. Very lame shield. Who gets that reference? That doesn't seem to help, as she only turns to wave a casual goodbye before turning down another hallway in the exact wrong direction.
Other way, superstar.
A moment later, Nova re-emerges, hovering sheepishly as she corrects her
I
course.
knew that, obviously. That's how you know I was joking.
By now, I've managed to catch up, and Victoria turns off her thrusters, opting instead to jog beside me as I take a left turn. It's still weird hearing her normal voice from inside that thing, especially when she's embarrassed.
Don't worry, in the games you'll have a mini-map. For now, all you've got is me.
Okay, fine. Breakup rescinded.
Yay, we're back together again.
Nice. Looks like all those years of memorizing the longest possible route to the bathroom have finally paid off. Who says slackers can't get girls?
Don't mistake correlation for causation here. Seriously though, it's a big help. Would have taken forever to map this place out by hand, and satellite's a no-go. We'll be lucky if our radio's even...
Do you read, Alpha Team? Silva, pick up the damn call.
Wow, radios actually work here?
I'm here. Status?
The birds are grounded, but the queen bitch of the mountain put 2 and 2 together. You've got company headed your way. Don't worry though,
Crap.
she didn't go herself. I'll keep her occupied.
Not for too long.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Dynamo, promise me.
I promise. Just relax. It's me.
So we know you're going to screw it up, got it. As Dynamo hangs up and Victoria shakes her head. Clearly, that's exactly what she's afraid of. I give her a knowing look and pick up the pace. We need to take advantage of the empty holes while we can. And for a time we do. In fact, we make such good progress, I'm starting to feel a little optimistic. Until we round the corner and are greeted by an all too familiar sound.
You fools!
He's back! I skid to a halt and reach for my baton, but I freeze when I take in just how many purple-clad subordinates accompany my former boss. That's at least 3 whole squads.
Did you think that you could gallivant through the very heart of my domain without I, the omnipotent Lord Bedlam, discovering your presence? Nothing escapes my eye. Nothing! Much less treasonous scum like you, Christy. I never forget the face of a traitor.
Christy?
Actually, I'm Stan. That's Christy.
I point to a woman who stands to Lord Bedlam's right. He whirls about in confusion before Christy offers a helpful wave.
Wait, I thought you were Moon.
No, that's Moon.
I point to another henchman and Lord Bedlam again starts to look around before quickly giving up.
Enough of this! It doesn't matter if your name is Dan, Spartacus, or much less Shiny Nova. You are a filthy treasonist! You have betrayed our cause, our family, and most importantly, me! And you, hero, you have been a thorn in my side for far too long.
We just met this week.
Far too long, I say! But that ends today, on this hallowed ground, with fire in our bellies and villainy in our hearts. The light of your twinkling little star shall at last be extinguished!
The only thing that's gone on too long is the speech. So I'm going to cut this short. Unless, of course, you stand down. I know you think that being able to order all these people around makes you strong, but I'm gonna level with you. This still won't go your way. I mean, you can try, but it won't. Your call. I can't make it for you.
He's still gonna charge in.
No, you can't, because I have already opened the contacts on my phone of destiny and blocked your number. And now I shall complete the prophecy and delete you entirely.
I love how Lord Bedlam is written.
Attack my steadfast supporters! Attack with every weapon, fist, and crude insult you have!
Quick, vicious mockery, go! At Lord Bedlam's command, my former co-workers rush forward, some firing beam weapons and others brandishing their batons. Nova returns fire with her own weaponry, which immediately draws the bulk of their barrage. Maybe I should give her some support. Then again, this might give me an opening to counterattack. Use the shield to cover Nova, I'm guessing. No, I'm not one packing the firepower here. My one little wrist cannon doesn't compare to shining Nova's full arsenal. Best way to end this quickly is to give her the chance to unleash it.
Don't worry, Nova. I'm Bethany Britannica, girl genius.
God, that's so embarrassing. As soon as the words leave my mouth, the glowing blue shield emerges from my gauntlet. By the time it's fully materialized, I'm already sliding across the floor towards shining Nova. I catch her glancing in my direction and nodding in approval out of the corner of my eye. Looks like we were thinking the same thing. As I skid to a halt in front of her, I rise to one knee and angle my shield forward. The charging henchman forming a one-man shield wall behind me. No. Let me redo that. Dyslexia screwed me up. As I skid to a halt in front of her, I rise to one knee and angle my shield forward towards the charging henchman, forming a one-man shield. Full stop. Behind me, Nova crouches down with both arms raised. I hear a series of mechanisms lock into place as Nova reveals a whole armory's worth of weaponry. Seeing what's happening, the henchmen fire their weapons with renewed fervor. What doesn't miss entirely collides harmlessly with my shield, leaving Nova free to take aim and brace herself completely unabated.
Just remember, this was your call.
With that, Nova unleashes a barrage of return fire so all-encompassing that it changes the lighting in the whole damn hallway. By the time it dies down, what few henchmen that are left standing have dropped their weapons and decided to flee in terror.
Nice job. That was clean. We're getting the hang of this. You really are a girl genius.
Oh, shucks.
I still can't believe I have to say that every time.
Meanwhile, I noticed that at least one person hasn't fled. Lord Bedlam himself.
Where are you going, comrades? The battle has just begun! Get back here! Get back here and protect me! I mean, destroy this corrupt pawn of society!
Oh, I don't think they're coming back, buddy. It's down to you.
Yes. Yes, it is down to me. Just as it always has been. As it always shall be. I, Lord Bedlam, stand alone against this sickly, rotten society. I, Lord Bedlam, stand against you, an enforcer of unjust laws and unfair message board moderation.
Oh my god, shut up about message board mods.
And I, Lord Bedlam, am the proud owner of a groinal defense cup. Yes, that's right, foul oppressor. Your devious stratagems can
Right, because we hit him in the
affect me.
crotch before we left.
In fact,
I forgot
with
about
my
that.
newly fortified, locally sourced, and aggressively trademarked chaos armor, your inferior energy beams stand no hope of piercing my defenses. For I, Lord Bedlam, am...
Without a word, Nova casually fires a blast at one of Lord Bedlam's horns, spinning his helmet around backwards.
Ah, you coward! What have you done? Where are you? Coward! Heathen! Fiend! Someone get this thing turned around! Where's that new girl? Kara! Kylie! Katrina! Get this stupid thing turned around!
He really doesn't know, does he?
Not a clue. Come on, let's get out of here before he forgets that I'm a traitor and starts yelling for me next.
With our path cleared, Nova and I start forward down the hall, leaving Lord Bedlam wandering blindly in our wake. By the time he's out of earshot, there's nothing but empty hallway ahead of us. Guess that was the bulk of the reinforcements. Maybe now that we're past them, we have a clear path to the supercomputer room.
Alpha team? Nova, come in. It's Dynamo.
I read you. What's wrong? Tell me you're not still engaged.
No, I'm not. I pulled out a minute ago.
Phrasing.
Good. I take it that means she's headed our way?
Probably, but also, you should know, I'm bleeding a little. I don't know how, but she actually cut me.
What? Since when can she... Never mind. Just tell me you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I got it while I was retreating, actually. Something didn't feel right, and, well, if you hadn't told me to fall back, it could have been a lot worse. Just do me a favor and step on the accelerator a little. Throw Sunshine over your shoulder if you have to. She's not screwing around here.
Yeah, I figured she might be past the stage of playing with her food. I'll be careful, but you go get yourself patched up ASAP, and don't rush it. An EMT isn't exactly equipped for someone like you.
I hear myself gulp as Nova signs off. Nothing like someone who can shrug off mortar shells telling you to be careful to make the old sphincter clench. Hopefully we have enough of a head start. Of course, as soon as that thought crosses my mind, a door opens right next to me. I let out a yelp and both Nova and I whirl around to find...
Phew! All this stress is
Oh,
really
no,
doing a
not
number
Dave.
on me. Maybe I should...
Dave stops dead, the locker room door still open behind him.
Oh, hey, Dave.
So remember, we beat the absolute crap out of him last stream, so he's probably not going to be too happy with us.
Hey, Stan.
You remember Shining Nova, don't you?
Sup?
We've met briefly, yes.
Okay, cool. So, we kind of have places to be, but great seeing you. Really great. And if you want my opinion, it's probably all the baloney. You should try changing up your diet.
Stan, not now.
Right, yeah. Like I said, big hurry. Catch you later, though. You look great.
I turn to go, hoping he won't make his usual fuss.
Found you.
Uh-oh. Damn it. I knew he'd... Wait. That didn't sound like Dave. That didn't sound like Dave at all.
Down now!
Are we seriously fighting in the showers? Alright. With a groan, I try to peel myself off the floor. My uniform is coated in dust and I'm surrounded by debris. If Victoria hadn't been so quick to scoop me up and dive into the locker room, I might be buried beneath the rubble. My eyes land on a shock of blonde hair sticking out from the rubble. Guess Dave wasn't so lucky. Not his fault. Scorpions slash an entire wall to pieces. The locker room is now permanently adjoined to the hallway. And stepping through that giant hole where the door used to be is none other than Madame Scorpion herself, cutting an imposing figure. Standing across from her, somehow even Shining Nova's armor seems small.
I'm not here just to put up a fight, Scorpion. I'm here to put you down.
Are you now? I find that hard to believe considering your tactics. Did you honestly think that petulant child had any chance of stalling me for more than a heartbeat? And you actually brought dear Stanley along with you as well? It reeks of desperation.
Hi, ma'am.
Don't tell me you and he are. My, you are desperate in every sense. I knew you had a penchant for broken toys, but not like that. Oh, honey. This explains so much.
Hey, you were kinda into me for a bit, too.
You don't know anything about me or him. But go ahead. Keep calling me honey. See what smoking crater that lands you in.
Really? Must we continue to trade barbs like common costumed barbarians? Come now, you're better than that. We both are. See? Look. I'm deactivating my weapon. Let's have a little chat, Like professionals?
What exactly do you think there is to chat about?
Besides how hopeless your little lost cause is, you mean? Well, there's the matter of what your cause actually is, for one. What about my pet project warrants such a swift and violent reprisal?
I take it by pet project you're referring to the petabytes worth of private data you stole?
Is that the problem? My method of acquisition? Surely you're joking. The corporations that owned that data stole it in the first place. Or do you think I'd have been more justified if I made them ticket terms of service box first? Don't be so naive. You're smarter than that.
Yeah, you guys really need to start, like, reading those terms of service things that they send you instead of just immediately clicking on them, because, boy, you're setting yourself up for some really screwed up stuff.
But those companies aren't plugging that data.
Trying my
directly into
hardest
their
to stay
goddamn
PG
brain
here
just
with
to
my,
serve their own twisted
language.
ends. There are rules, regulations.
Oh, please. In principle, that's exactly what they're doing. The only differences are that I can do so by myself instead of hiring a whole division, and I'm not masking my intentions. I'm much more honest, really. So why go through all this trouble? Especially when your odds of victory are dwindling so quickly. Even if by some miracle you succeeded, someone else will try the exact same thing. Just less elegantly.
Why? You mean aside from the wanton violence and senseless murder?
Well, there is that. But must we get hung up on technicalities?
I'm afraid we must.
Very well. In that case, I have a confession. Even if you decided to flee, I was going to kill you anyway.
Super exciting fight in a visual novel. Madam Scorpion bursts forward with death in her eyes and bloodthirsty grin on her face. Her blade drags behind her, melting a red-hot line in the ground as she streaks towards her prey like the trail of a missile. Nova's left arm snaps up and she fires, forcing the supervillain to dodge by leaping to the side. Briefly, Scorpion runs along the lockers that line the wall, slicing them in two as she goes until Nova fires once more. This time she doesn't bother dodging, instead she swings her sword to deflect the beam, sending it careening to the side as she pushes off the wall and leaps right at Nova. I shield my eyes as the blast goes off. Damn it, is this how I go? Collateral damage? No, I've got to do something, but when I try to stand, my right leg doesn't cooperate. It's like I didn't avoid all the rubble. Frantically, I work to free my leg, occasionally glancing back to the battle happening before me. Come on, nothing hurts. But it won't be any help at all if I can't move. And they're locked in a deadly spiraling dance now, Nova firing and retreating with bursts from her jets, Scorpion pursuing with wide, vicious slashes. It's a narrow margin, but Victoria's just maintaining her distance.
Can you feel it yet? The inevitability? You can't keep this up.
Speak for yourself. I've got enough fuel to cross the Pacific. This isn't even a strain.
Not on your shell, little turtle. But you'll slip soon. And when you do, I'll crack it open and rip you apart from the inside.
Scorpion brings her sword down diagonally, and this time it nicks a shoulder pad, sending sparks flying.
That's better. I'm getting used to you already. I had to fight that oafish friend of yours 4 times before I could predict her exactly. But with this network...
2 more slashes and 2 more nicks, this time leaving scorch marks on Nova's chest plate and right thigh.
I only need a few minutes. And that's only because there's not much usable footage of you. You're careful. I respect it.
I don't want your respect. And I don't need footage or a supercomputer to predict you.
The Scorpion again closes the distances. Distances. Brain, let me read. Nova suddenly changes course, leaping right towards the supervillain. Caught off guard, Scorpion's horizontal slash misses high as Nova ducks under it, and Nova swings an armored fist right into the supervillain's gut.
You like to predict the outcome of a battle before it's over, and once you do, you talk.
Scorpion tries to bring her sword back around, but Nova stops the attack by swinging her forearm into the supervillain's wrist. then delivering a sharp elbow to, to Scorpion's temple.
And talk!
Nova spins, activating one of her thrusters and driving her foot right into Scorpion's solar plexus. The supervillain is sent hurtling across the room, crashing into the sinks. They crack on impact.
It's sloppy. Arrogant. And I'm Shiny Nova. You don't beat me with sloppy.
I free my leg just in time to see Nova unleash a multi-shot volley from both arm cannons. Except it isn't aimed at Scorpion. It goes over her head where it ricochets off the mirror and flies towards her exposed back. The only problem is that Scorpion blocked it, without even looking. She just casually threw her sword over her shoulder and intercepted the blast with the flat of her blade.
Right you are. That's why you beat the leader of the Hellhounds with that move 563 days ago in Chicago. Except that time, you bounced it off that unsightly sculpture. Oh, don't be surprised. I said there wasn't much footage of you, not none. And now that you've shown me how you counterattack, time's up.
Oh god. Flashbang! Suddenly, Scorpion spins and slashes through the sinks, cutting the pipes and filling the room with a cloud of steam. The roar of Nova's thrusters quickly drowns out the pipes, filling the room with heat and blowing away the steam. It's a clever move, but it's hard to appreciate it as I cough and sputter.
187 days.
Oh, she's been hit! Her armor is damaged! The red blade cuts through what's left of the mist, and while Nova manages to turn in time to take most of the blow on her shoulder, she's still thrown back, sparks and bits of armor flying in her wake.
And before that, 254 days. Anytime you need to clear steam or smoke, I'd imagine. But not for your own sake. No, Stanley. This was for you. She can see just fine with that visor, but you can't. So all I had to do was faint towards you. Your lover's blood is on your hands. I want you to know that.
More arrogance. One clean hit, and you think this is over?
But isn't it?
The supervillain tilts her head in Nova's direction, licks her lips, then rushes forward. The superhero tries to react, but the damaged suit moves slower than before. Scorpion flows right past its defenses and strikes. Nova is sent flying towards the sinks as Scorpion was before, but higher and faster. She doesn't simply crash through the mirror, but the entire wall. As for me, I'm frozen. Not because I don't want to help. I need to help. But how? The fight has been so fast and so intense that just spectating has been tough, much less participating. The Scorpion shoots me a predatory grin and stalks towards Nova. I've realized that I have to do something. I don't know if it'll work. Hell, it probably won't. But now's the time to try. Scorpion's half a room away, but she hasn't reached Nova yet. Maybe I can still get between them, or attack her from behind. She's a lot faster than I am, though, so my new cannon may have a better chance. I'll go with the wrist cannon. Yeah, better to stay at range. I don't have Victoria's mobility. I need to stay as far away as possible. Before cowardice gets the best of me, I raise my left hand, steady it with my right, and open fire. Maybe it was the adrenaline, but that might have been the best shot I've ever made with anything. Headed right for Scorpion's temple, until she leans back at the last second and lets it whiz past ineffectually. She stops and turns in my direction. I hold my aim steady and start to shuffle backwards. Well, at least I got her attention.
You know, that wasn't bad. I think you cinched my hair. Congratulations, Stanley. You've won the honor of dying first.
Yay?
Yeah, I feel like you've made that threat a lot. What was it you said back then? Promises, promises.
With no more time for precision, I fire at will. Whose will? Letting blasts fly as quickly as my middle finger can let them. I may as well be dyslexia, let me read. I may as well be blindfolded. Scorpion bobs and weaves past each of one effort. Chat, have I told you how much I hate being dyslexic? As someone whose literal job is to read things, it is a major hindrance. The scorpion bobs and weaves past each of one effortlessly. I don't know why, but like it's the way that sentence is mixed. It just messes with my brain. Slowly stalking towards me. I start to backpedal, but it's only a matter of time. Crap. The cannon got her attention, but it's not going to stop her. I have to change it up, or she's gonna cut my head off. I need that. Still got my baton and my shield, or maybe it's time to get creative. She'd probably know about the baton, she doesn't know about the shield. I'll take out the shield. Yeah, the shield. She hasn't seen that yet, has she? It's my best bet. Maybe we'll catch her off guard. As Madam Scorpion draws closer, I start firing and move my gauntlet into a defensive position. Need to wait until the last possible moment.
Giving up already? That's fast, even for you, Stanley.
She stalks forwards, slowly now. In her eyes, it's all over. She raises her sword to finish it.
Nope. I just know something that you don't.
Sword falls.
Because I'm Bethany Britannica, girl genius.
So
What?
dumb. Wong. A glowing blue shield emerges from the gauntlet just in time, stopping Scorpion's sword cold.
What?
That's my chance. I won't get a better opening. I can't fire with the cannon because the shield is also the cannon. Swing the baton, I guess. With my free hand, I unlatch my baton from my belt and swing at Madam Scorpion with all my strength. And miss. Catching my wrist in her hand with absolutely no effort. Before I can muster another follow-up, Scorpion tosses me aside effortlessly, throwing me through the air. Crap. I managed to twist just enough to land on my shoulder instead of my head or gut, but it still leaves me dazed. That's something I can't afford. Hurriedly, I try to scramble to my feet.
My, look at you. Such a shame that you're struggling so hard for something that's just not worth it. You've come such a long way in such a short amount of time. Imagine what you could do if you'd chosen the right side.
I pull myself up to my knees and raise my head to the side of Scorpion stalking towards me once again. She moves slower this time, step by step, savoring the moments before the kill.
Oh, Stanley. We could have had a moment, you and I. One you'd have never forgotten. I know you wanted it.
She lets the tip of her sword dance along the ground, sizzling and smoking as she bites her lower lip, considering the possibility. The thought soon passes with a sigh.
Yet you left it ignored. A surprise, but hardly a tragedy. I'll just bask in the pleasure I get from your dismemberment instead. You understand? It was never personal either way.
She levels a blade at my throat.
But take these last seconds to imagine where you could be instead. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell yourself, you bitch.
Sup, bitch?
Now collapse into nothing. Shining Mirage!
And you called me sloppy. 382 days ago, you... Wait. That's not...
Wasn't able to count the number of weapons that emerged from Shining Nova's armor before she fired them, much less keep track of the projectiles as they lit up the room in a blinding burst of destructive energy. Try to get to cover, but I barely make it a foot before I'm scooped up by a pair of metal arms.
Tuck your head and hang on.
When I get my bearings, we're back in the hallway, or what's left of it. The entire section behind us has collapsed. Luckily, Victoria got us out in time, along with a familiar but unconscious blonde henchman. As she sets me down and lets Dave's prone form drop to the floor, sparks fly from the gash in her suit's shoulder.
Damn it. You alright?
I pat myself down. Incredibly, I still seem to be intact. Not even bleeding. I glance down to Dave. He's got a few scrapes, but his chest is rising and falling peacefully. Can't believe she was able to snag both of us.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
What
I
about
completely
you?
forgot Dave, like, that entire fight.
I think I'm okay. Kepler's just spazzing out a little. If I can disable the arm. There. That'll keep things from getting worse until I can make a field repair.
A helmet swivels to get a lay of the land before falling on one of the nearby security cameras.
Is there somewhere nearby where you're certain there's no surveillance? Normally, I'd just disable the cameras, but with her, I don't want to risk it.
Right, on it. Let's see. Dorms are nearby. I know at least my room is clean. I triple check that sucker annually. If we're here, then it should be this way. Come on.